Today's shooting in Maryland has school security on the minds of students and parents once again. Tonight, a substitute teacher who was asked to remain anonymous says she's noticed a huge security flaw that could put students at Jackson's Parkside Middle School at risk. Alani Latang has the details.
Completely unlocked. Completely unlocked.
Well, I find it very unsafe, and I was really quite surprised by it.
Jackson Public School Superintendent Jeffrey Beal tells me Parkside Middle School was built in the early 1960s with the idea that students could cut through a courtyard to get from one class to another. Therefore, the doors must remain unlocked so students don't get trapped outside. Today, the design is outdated.
Quite frankly, it was built in an era that just didn't even conceive of the world we live in today or the concerns. Obviously safety means something different today than it did, back in 1962-63.
Mr. Beal said safety is his #1 concern, so he's had his eye on a new security design at Parkside and all Jackson schools for more than a year, as outlined in the district's 2018 bond proposal.
Parkside specifically, we get to build hallways between those buildings, between the various buildings, so that students never have to go outside.
And that means the doors wouldn't have to be unlocked all the time.
The day and age when everyone can come in and kind of wander willy-nilly throughout a school, we have to be very concerned and very intentional about how we let folks have access to our facility.
The substitute teacher who shot this video tells me she's worried that waiting to see if the bond passes and then waiting for construction to be finished is too risky.
The students are vulnerable, and we all are, but they're especially vulnerable when the doors are open and there's not even an adult in sight to monitor the doors.
Superintendent Beal assures me with the resources Jackson Schools has now, it's doing the best it can to protect Parkside, including having security guards.
So we've got a lot of adults with eyes on the prize, if you will, or a lot of adults on that campus, but we are limited somewhat based on the age and the style of the building we have.
And that was Alani Latang reporting. The proposed security changes are part of an $87 million bond that will be on the May ballot. Work could start in spring of 2019 if it passes.